Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Wakakadash, double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, preaching this word truthfully and sincerely, and shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely, and shalom to the Akim. That be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. I say shalom to the Akim out there. And this is a quick sit-down lesson in the news, another update on the increase of the nations rising against nations and wars and rumors of wars. And this is a news article from ENMEHRNnews.com. And this is published on June the 28th, 2022. And in the highlight of this news article, and it reads, Turkey conducts drone strikes on SDF forces in northeast Syria. Right, and it makes sense too, because with the operation about to begin underway, from the president made that announcement about a couple of weeks ago in the early month of June and in the months of May as well too. Once he made that announcement that he was going to have operation over there in Syria, and I believe he had operations in Iraq, I believe. So now he got the the military operation action is underway as well too. But I'm not for sure if it began already, but I believe it's already in the stages of Turkey doing a military operation in Syria, So this might kind of correlate with it too, I believe, but I'm not sure though. But I'm gonna read the news article, and this is from June 28th. The NE Syrian sources reported that the Turkey has launched an airstrike against Syrian democratic forces in northeastern Syria, killing at least two members of the Syrian Democratic Forces, the SDF, were killed and a number of them were injured during Turkey's drone strikes on the SDF headquarters in al-Sharqa city in the northeastern corner of Syria. Syrian source reports. This comes after a debunked report that an explosion has hit the streets located in al-Raqqa city in Syria. According to the reports, incident, no cause, no damage. Syrian sources stressed that the SDF forces have surrounded the area where the explosion took place, and ambulances have been dispatched to the scene. Early on Monday, Syrian sources reported that the Turkish army and Ankara-affiliated military fired dozens of rockets into the residential area. Where in this residential area, it says early on Monday, sources reported that the Turkish army and Ankara-affiliated military fired dozens of rockets into the residential area on the suburbs of Manbij city in northern Syria. It says, according to the sources, 6 villages in the region came under rocket attack by the Turkish army and its affiliated elements. So yeah, that's what that nation is. Oh, that was somebody at the door. Oh, I thought somebody knocking at the back door. Key. Keep trying to figure out a plan. Heck no. So yeah, that goes into the nation rising against nations, clashing increasingly against one another, especially like in the Middle Eastern region. It's gonna increase even more. Salakia for a second. Cats and food. Salakia, now I'm back. Yeah, after I was reading this whole article, in that region over there in northeastern Syria, you got, the SDF is on the Syrian Democratic Forces, and other affiliated there, they have, they was under heavy fire of drone strikes and air strikes as well too. So, as I've been mentioning in the videos lately, as of lately, you've been seeing a lot of tension been going on in the Middle East, because you got Russians over there in Syria. You got other affiliates as well too, with the Turkey operation, like I mentioned. You still got a lot of operations going on in Iraq, Syria, the Syrian border, the Israel border. It's going to increase clashes between those two. The Israeli aggression against the Syrian affiliated as well too. So it's been a lot of tension increasing over there in the Middle East, and it's going to increase even more and more, especially with you got the ongoing continuing clashes between the Palestinians and Hamas, and the Israeli aggression, the IDF soldiers against the Palestinians with the occupied territory over there in Palestine. So you got clashes between the two different nations of that. So you're going to have, even though we're so used to accustomed of hearing these things, but it's going to increase even more, especially in the current times that we are living in, So I kind of expect that operation down there in Syria with the Turkey operation military down there in Syria, I believe it's gonna increase, intensify even more, So bring out the wars and rumors of wars. This is the book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 7. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Be not troubled, for all these things must be, but the end is not yet. Right? Because these things need to come to pass. Because we are in those stages of these things are coming to pass. Because you're going to have more and more and more and more increase of these nations and different kingdoms rising up against one another, even though they've been adversaries for a very long time. Because the tensions is like a balance scale, because the tensions been slowing down a little bit, increasing. It's like a balance scale, but it's gonna further more increase with these nations. Like I mentioned before in my previous video, with with the increase of hostility of the rivals between Iran and Israel, Russia against the Western countries, you know, that fully support Ukraine with the Russia-Ukraine situation crisis over there, you know, then tensions in the Middle East, tensions in Yemen and Iraq, and parts of Afghanistan as well too, and different parts of the Middle East as well too, you know, because you got protests and uproars of the people in the world, you know, with that protest recently, not too long ago, in Iran, the Lebanon, they're going through economic crisis. So you're gonna have all these many different things that's going on. But you know, that's a point in time for another video. But you know, the main focus is, you know, you're having these clashes, you know, between these nations increasingly against one another, you know, and it's gonna furthermore increase because you know you're gonna have these proxy wars increasing, you know, the nations going against one another at a good amount of level. Is going to increase a little bit more and more, you know, in the last days, you know. So with that, you know, that's one just bring out this quick sit down lesson through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahushua. Basically like another update of these wars and rumors of wars, and the nations shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdoms, clashing increasingly against one another, as I give you furthermore updates of what's been going on in the Middle East as far as war related between the nations and different kingdoms as well too. So you know, with that, I hope this was edifying through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahushua. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Wakar Kadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom and blah, blah, blah.